the pattern. It's whichever way we close Friday, usually get follow through on Monday with potential for reversals on Tuesday. That's why they call it Turnaround Tuesday. We had retail sales. They came in a little sloppy. My forecast for a lower dollar is starting to shape up a little bit, up about 35 points or so here on the dollar index. Also, I talked about euro becoming the preferred long. Look, we're getting back through these levels here, so very nice recovery. I decided that it was a very good contrarian buy based upon all the fear of the elections coming near the end of the month, the snap elections in France. Maybe we're going to rally into the elections, which would be counterintuitive. Remember, I said most traders are calling the euro a no touch or a short, and no touch to me means grab it. So that's working. You should have some money made on that, and 30, 40 pips on also on the dollar index. Want to touch upon USD CAD. People know I'm bearish against 138.50. Still hasn't happened. This is going to be the key for the trap door to open under 136.80. Then we should attack the 36 level. Could we rally one more time up towards 138? Sure. Anything can happen, and everything can happen in this business. So you have to be prepared for it, and that's why my stops are in over the 38.50 level on that. Getting a nice recovery in the gold today. And, we were starting to look like a flag. We start trading back through 23.40 and we have something. So, it's hard to be bearish a dollar and be bearish gold at the same time. Gold, although leading silver on this particular rally, we get through 23.40, you probably have to call this correction from the highs up here complete. So we'll see how that finishes in the next couple days. Silver, nice little reversal day here. Perhaps the lows are in, lower dollar, higher metals. That makes sense. I did not jump on the miners yesterday. Let's see how they're acting. I think they're acting pretty good today. Yeah, you're getting a nice little pop in GDX off the 33 level. So was that it? I don't know. There's some gold stocks that don't look great and silver stocks, but we've corrected quite a bit, especially when you look at something like First Majestic. This has been a pretty orderly decline, something like ABC, probably a buy down here, wrong under 550. I also wanted to talk about something I haven't covered for a while because I think it's going to play a role in the upcoming recession. So we had this big breakdown here after the OPEC meeting, and then here we are back above it. It looks pretty good, and things are escalating in the Middle East. And if you're not a market historian, maybe you don't know that every recession that we've had in the U.S. has started with some type of oil shock. So, there are some people talking 120 sometime this summer. To me, that smacks of some kind of geopolitical supply issue with oil. So, oil, take a look at the oil shares. WTI looking good. It shook out all the bulls here, and now we're starting to clean out the bears. We'll definitely clean out the bears over this 86 level. So if you had a quality, call it 68 to 87, almost $20. And if it's 1.618 of 30, it'd be 48. That's going to give you 120, 48 from 72. That's it. It's 120. If C is 1.618 of this, or this is 1 and this is 2, and we're going to get 3. So bullish oil. It's a new call. I'm not trading it, but I'm trading around it with different currencies. In fact, an old correlation that maybe you're not aware of is that normally when crude is under pressure, USD CAD rises, which means a weaker Canadian dollar. And if we have bull moves in energy, it's usually bullish, the Canadian, which is bearish USD CAD. So there's a correlation that I was wondering what was going to be behind this break in Canada. Because if we do take out 36, I'm looking for 32. And then under 32, you're talking 125 handles. So it could be a big trade. So I have the patience of Job to ride this out. Just a quick look at Euro Pound. I said it's in some type of bottoming formation. It started off lower just like the Euro did. Euro was down 22 before becoming unchanged. This 84.60 level looks important, but we could have a pullback for a B, maybe put in a right shoulder here and then make another attempt. Or an extreme would be a third drive. Either case, this looks like it's an evolving bottom and on the verge of turning pretty good. Uh, the bounce we had in yields yesterday faded pretty quick. We still could have some type of bounce here back towards 430. But this correlation is a little bit out of sync with US dollar yen. Although US dollar yen, which is something else I shorted yesterday, is um, fading from trying to get over the 158 level. I mean, we need closes back under 56. Let me look at some type of uptrend line off this 4-hour chart to get an idea. So let's see. We'll go here and we'll go trend line and then we'll take it from here. Okay, so is it 56? Pretty close to the 200 on the 4-hour right there. So that'll break trend. If the U.S. dollar yen is peaking, there's a big trade underneath it. Under the 150 handle is something that I'd be looking for. Uh, I want to, S&Ps are still rambling higher, but don't chase it. NASDAQ looking a little bit weaker, but a lot of momentum up here. And the Dow still did not get to the range I want to short it at. I still thought that we'd get like at least a 61.8 rally here. So we'll see what happens. TLT is still holding the important 93 level. May want to lighten up if we start trading underneath it. This was a pretty good trade. Called the bottom off the failed auctions that we had here a couple of weeks ago. And I think that's mainly all I wanted to cover. VIX is not making new lows. Okay, we're not making new lows with the S&Ps making new lows. Perhaps we have some type of low developing here in VIX. Of course, the Russell really bringing up the rear as well, which is not a great sign for the market. And that probably has a lot to do with regional banks. So let's look at the other shorting possibilities that may not get to where I want to short them. And that's here, XLF. I was looking for one more rally up above the 42.5 level right here. Do we have enough juice? We're going to be closed, I believe, in the U.S. It's a federal holiday tomorrow for June 19th day. Here's the KRE, which is, the regionals. Like I showed yesterday, barely holding on to support. And even though Bitcoin tried to recover yesterday, it's giving the recovery back. Bitcoin looks like we're in for a liquidation break. So Mike will be back on the air, I believe, tomorrow. I believe that we still will be broadcasting. And again, I am fading dollar strength in all occasions with the euro right here. So we're back above this level. That makes it look good. But what we need for a 2-week reversal is closes back over 108. We're only 50 pips away. The 2-week reversal close is 108.01. So we'll see if we get that by Friday. And path of least resistance for me, especially if we can take out these moving averages here, 103.80, 104, which is, you know, a number that has worked for us before in the past, this 103.80 to 104. So that's down here. We'll see what happens. Pretty negative looking day here in the Dixie, and be careful with risk. Oil shares might be a way to go, but I'm really laser focused on the dollar because what I'm looking for long term, if we start to get the action I'm looking for example, on the weeklies, let me blow it up a little bit, is if we're peaking here underneath this high, and then we start getting, you know, my initial target's around 102 and a half, but under 102 and a half looks like 100 coming, and under 100 we could be trading with 90 handles, similar to what could be happening here on the weekly. We already have the potential of a 2-week reversal in Canada. That just needs a Friday close by of 137.66. So we're currently about 47 pips underneath that potential reversal close. And watch again if you want to add on to shorts in the Canadian dollar. Look at how it tagged it here at 36.80. Under 36.80 opens the door. So don't forget, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. We're in the room posting ideas. You're welcome to join us, and good hunting. Hope you're learning a few things along the way. Don't take trades blindly from anybody. Make sure it lines up with your work, and use risk capital only. Never trade with your mortgage money or money you can't afford to lose. And that's a wrap for me today. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button if I'm helping you out, and comments as well are welcome. I always look at them and will give you a response if you have a question. So good hunting, everyone, and most likely see you tomorrow. Adios.